look out the window for me?
As you watch this documentary and this series, like, my goal is just to inspire and show you that it's possible. If you can see me, another young black girl, doing this, then hopefully you can see yourself too doing this as well. And we won't be the, you know, abnormal thing, we'll be the norm. An interview team with me, and they want to interview you and ask you about me at MIT. Trading crypto, REITs, options, trading to pay off your debt, ETFs, SPACs, and IPOs.
Set the foundation of what she's doing now, always ahead of the curve. You know, that's 10 years ago, 8 years ago, 6 years ago, when she's doing things that are laying a foundation and the groundwork for what she's trying to do now, right? So she documented her trade and travel, going to Tibet and in Australia and all of these places, right? So it's just outstanding. I mean, her life is truly has a light on it, and it shows.
We are about to go to the studio and record a new series for YouTube called Make It Make Sense. And our goal was to take topics that are, you know, popular right now in like culture, but that make no sense and that nobody knows what they are, and make them easy to understand. Something that people can decide if they want to have this in their toolkit as well.
Yeah, a kind of a way to demystify some things, especially when it pertains to investing, because there's a lot that people don't know, and it might seem kind of complicated, but we're gonna break it down. You don't have to put up everything or whatever. If you want to later, I mean, I say, okay, here, this is, I'll give you tickers of questions, but we don't need to look up here and see it.
Inside. Right. Anywhere from 18 to 24 months. Well, in that case, the SPAC can get liquidated. But guess what happens? Investors get most, if not all, of their money back. That's because SPAC deals at this stage.
Like, take your profit now, come back to it later. You know? So,
but,
yeah.
And I do want to say too, like, when Lynette says that she's thinking about
Oh,
Okay.
perfect. We tried to hit 20.
Yeah,
that was good.
getting
Okay,
there.
so we'll do a switcheroo,
Switch and play.
and we'll do real estate next. And that's going to be like,
it's gonna be fun.
At the end of the day, you know, when you start a business and you create a movement, a lot of people are simply not privy to just the level of sacrifice that it takes and what you have to do it well.
I got to see Teri after MIT, and to see her as a CEO, I already saw her as a student the first year I worked with Teri, but to see her as a CEO is something I've never seen. Like, I haven't even seen this kind of hustle in movies. Every time I'm around her, she is literally about student success. She could go to Puerto Rico, she could go to Germany. She's got the money to be like lazy, but yet she still grinds hard like the school just opened last week. She's literally worked nonstop, even on these vacations that we see her at. She still doesn't know how to vacay. So she's always grinding.
Hey, Grateful Lucky says hello from London. Hey, London. We have a lot of students from the UK. Hey everybody. We are about to start the live webinar, so I just wanted to give everyone a heads up. So look forward to seeing y'all tonight. We're doing the How to Make $1,000 in a Day webinar. Hey, good stuff. Watching from South Africa. It's either early in the morning there or super late at night. Probably early in the morning. Like, when I teach something, I want to be a master at it. My friends tease me that I go for mastery in everything that I do. Right, Chris? Chris says, these charts are talking IWT language. They are. Like, literally, this year has been our year. The double digits, mine is 11 years. I've been trading now 11 years. When you're thinking about trading, it's about the amount of returns. That's awesome. Tawana says, my husband is doing your course as I'm watching this. That's so awesome. Now you can talk to him about stop losses. Paula, you can start the class whenever you want. And go ahead and go at your own pace. But every month we restart our coaching calls.
She prays a lot. I think that's what gets her through most of this, gets us all through it as a team. And I think that allows her to kind of keep a level mind, not just with like trading, but even with running a business and dealing with all of us on the team and all the hurdles and jumps that we go through with that. I think that keeps her balanced.
Sorry, Tracy has been guided by her faith in mostly everything she does. I don't think she does anything without actually praying about it first. And I think that's the reason that she's so prosperous now, is because she's always been humble.
My mom said, you can quit your job, because my mom is a praying woman. So she said, you can quit your job and go ahead and travel. Go ahead and trade and travel around the world. She had asked God, God, should I make this move? Should I quit my job? Then this and that. And so she was really in prayer. And so she told God, she said, well, I can't move because I don't have any money. I just don't have any money to go out here for 3 months and travel around the world. I just don't have it. God flooded her house like Noah. 25th floor, downtown Dallas. Her apartment totally floods. All her clothing, her furniture, everything.
Apparently somebody's apartment caught a fire and the sprinklers went off or whatever. So the sprinklers flooded everything.
So why God? The end result of this is she was given like almost $20,000 some odd dollars, $20,000 plus dollars in insurance money. So all of this, when she told God, I don't have any money, God say, now you do. Because your purpose is not here. Your purpose is where I send you. And that's where she went. And this is how Trade and Travel came. But we wouldn't be here today if God didn't flood that apartment. Because he basically just forced her on out. Because that's where the plan was. It wasn't there.
Yeah, that was the flood of 2016.
Oh, let me show you something else. I got this today. So I gave money to help rebuild churches that got hurt during the storm. Did my mom tell you? Mm-mm. So my pastor just sent me a video about the money that I gave.
Great things happen through partnerships. And I want to thank Teri Ijeoma and her family foundation for the great partnership that took place to help 10 churches recover from the recent storm.
Granny's proud and smiling.
Oh,
She is. My big baby, my first baby. Before I had my babies, yes.
I'm the first.
Yeah, you were the first. I practiced on you.
Dang, I messed you up for all the rest of them. I mean, God does a lot when I make big moves. The last big move was to quit my job and start trading and traveling, and now look, it's a multi-million-dollar empire. So, hey, let's see what happens in this big move.
I never thought she'd be moving to Puerto Rico. I found out about Puerto Rico probably about a month and a half ago, 2 months. That this was it was a possibility at that time, and I was like, oh yeah, you're not gonna go. Anybody, yeah, you're not gonna go. Now we're leaving next week, so it's going to be okay for her because she's looking at it as kind of relaxing, and that's what she needs. She needs some relaxation and time to just kind of do self-care and self-perspective, reflection, and that kind of thing. So I'm kind of looking forward to it. Don't like it too much, but I'm looking forward to it. So that's why I am on it, because I do hear that it is a very beautiful place. But then I need to go down there again, mama approved, and make sure that everything is okay. And
if I'm really doing this, I gotta literally move to Puerto Rico, which means I have to cut ties in Texas, which is crazy. So that's the piece that's like the sacrifice of having to like rebuild. And then like there is a nice thing about like having family in Dallas.
All right, let's go. 5-star restaurant, pool on the roof.
Voila! Yeah.
is that burnt up?
It's burnt for you. This is for my sister and my sister.
Does she deserve it?
She deserves it. I mean, it's all love, man. I mean, Ken's Famous Waffles, we want to make you happy. And the best way to do that is to feed you my waffles.
And I love the haircut.
Right. Right, that's not even something we should try to remember.
My booty is side to side.
We're on the episode of When Keeping It Real Goes Wrong.
Do I think that it's going to be beneficial? Heck yeah. Do I think that I'm going to have fun there? Yes. All the people that are going to come and visit, and I've always wanted this creator's house where different creators from, you know, all different types of content get to come and relax and vibe and mastermind.
Recollect, reflect, and just stop and smell the roses and look at all the things that she's done for so many people.
And I'm excited for the inspiration that I'm going to be able to give. Like, there's so many people who have never seen something like this done. They've never seen a young black girl affording this, you know, $1 million home, the aspirational goals that people will get to like make because they see me do it and now they can do it.
I'm just sad that we're not going to be able to see her as much as we usually do, because I think she's going to be gone for probably 6 months or more. But I'm going to go. It's a chance for me to go somewhere else too. So I'm going to go visit her in Puerto Rico. So I'm looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm. What about your shoes and things? I know you're looking at 75 to 85 degree weather.
The hats, those are granny's. I want to keep them. Casual and business.
Yeah. Doing some things, going places, meeting people.
And then we'll just ship 4 large boxes with these 2 sides.
Okay.
And then
Like gourmet boxes.
garment.
Gourmet. Gourmet.
Yeah, you were hungry.
I was.
What was that?
I was kind of. I'm a little hungry. So I threw gourmet boxes in there with ketchup and stuff on the box.
And ketchup and stuff.
Yeah, that's how I like my boxes.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Go pick up some gourmet boxes. Show me what they look like.
What kind of sauce you want?
Ketchup. So I can have red all over the clothes. I'm actually very scared of how this project is going to turn out. I tend to go through the list of stuff I have to do in my sleep. I heard this from my mother, who was listening to me last night and said I kept waking up saying, not that dress. Okay, I gotta go to the bank.
Last night she was talking to her sleep the whole time. And then I had to do this. I'm like, Tracy. Then I gotta do this. Yeah. Oh yeah, I turned it in. Well, okay, well I'll get. But she talks the whole night. Her body and mind never rests. She talks the whole night. Just talk. Hey man, I ain't know what to get up and start getting on my computer, taking notes. I ain't know what to do.
All the things that I have to do, dang. Okay, first of all, I need to get my nails done. Don't look. So I need to get my nails done. I need to get my hair done. Well, why were you in the trash can?
That's a long story. Never really feeling loved in the home, never really feeling like I'm getting attention. I was a little girl, picked me up, my legs were stinking in the middle of the night and took me in the bathroom. And I will never forget that day. And I had to confront my molester once I got older and let him know that I forgive him. And I remember what he did: drugs, drinking, giving my body, looking to be accepted, wanted, desired. Sometimes I would blame my husband. Oh, you're the reason. But just poor choices that I made. And just really pure disobedience. You know, God trying to get my attention. Because I was trying to quit. And I had threw the paraphernalia away and I wasn't smoking anymore. And I'm not sure what happened that made me go back. But I will never forget that day. I went to that big green square dumpster and I started looking for all of that paraphernalia that I threw in the trash just the day before. And right there, in that moment, right there, it was like I felt the presence of God like never before. And it was just like, daughter, where are you? He doesn't disown me, Teri. He does not disown me. When I say, Jesus, save me, so the sun just started shining. I seen it through his love for me, his overwhelming love for me. See, I always thought I had to have it all together before I could truthfully receive his love. It's my most filthiest place. You won't meet me here, and you still want to extend your mercy and grace in this place? Like, you're not going to put me away? God literally knelt down to where I was, and that was his aspect of showing me, no, girl, I'm going to show you this salvation. I'm going to show you that even when you're in the deepest, darkest place, there's nothing. The word says there's nothing that can separate us from the love of God. And I slowly began to see my life transform right before my eyes. Don't you worry about those things you're still struggling with. Just receive the love of God. Receive the love of God. And that's what I want to tell young people. Receive the love of God right where you are.
Dinner with a lot of my good friends, and it was kind of cool because these friends have known me forever, and they said they're going to come and help me pack. Praise the Lord, because I have packed nothing and I leave in 4 hours.
Here, you gotta wear this in Puerto Rico.
Go!
Score! We got 4 huge bags And another one. 5 big bags. My closet in the car.
That's amazing.
Yes. So there's gonna be like just a whole piece of my life just left here. Which feels weird. But it is what it is. Thank you. So actually I just went to the wrong terminal.
Visiting my parents' anniversary.
Oh.
45 years.
What?
So, but see, you can tell when people, when somebody's like my mom, like that smile though, it's priceless, you know.
Yeah.
Like it says it all.
Such a cutie.
They were pretty good looking couple.
Did they write letters?
Yeah, just write letters.
Oh wow.
Like every 2 weeks they'll get a letter for a year.
Oh yeah, that's love.
That's love, yeah. You're moving to Puerto Rico.
Moving to Puerto Rico.
Like now?
Yep. Like this is the trip.
Wow. Okay. So you're moving your life to Puerto Rico.
Whole life moving to Puerto Rico. I'm from Texas, and like I got 7 check bags. Like all of us moving to Puerto Rico.
You been to Australia?
I've been to Australia. Like my whole trade and travel, I just love to travel. So.
So wait a minute. Okay. So tell me a little bit about what you do.
So I trade stocks. That's how I make money. And then I travel all over the world.
No way.
Yep, that's what I do.
That's like my dream job.
I teach people how to do it too.
Yeah, so you teach people how to do it?
I do.
So you're a coach?
Yep. Yep.
Wow.
Can't believe I'm gonna be living here. It's my house coming up.
Yeah. Wow, Teri. I'm so proud of you. I'm gonna cry. I'm so proud of you. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. Wow.
This is my house. I will live here. Can you believe it?
So amazing.
Oh my gosh. I can like come and sit down.
Yep.
And relax
yours,
and
honey.
chill. And it feels so good. That's the part.
It's beautiful out. There were like a few clouds when I first landed, but there is not a cloud to be seen over here.
No.
Wow.
I love it. This is my house. I live here. And I'm gonna just be intentional every day. I'm gonna take it one day at a time. Put the computers down.
Yeah.
And just be.
That's so sweet.
I like this song.
I like everything. I like it all.
Tay and Felicia came over and they bought Spectacular over. Hello! How you doing? Just a really nice welcome present to see their smiling faces and get hugs and to know that I'm not gonna be by myself. Like I have a community here and such a strong community that they wanted to be here my first night. And we just hung out. So in my master bedroom, there's like some couches. We did the tour and then just talked.
That type of respect money can't buy and they be wanting that. So but if you don't care about that type of shit, you just gotta ask yourself what type of life you want to design for yourself.
Yeah. You gonna sell it or you just gonna do it for yourself?
So the whole mindset, even here, they're like, oh yeah, I'll give you $1 million. I'll give you $2 million. It's like, because I'm saving $3, idolizing the idol. right? Because you got all this big money coming down.
We'll keep this guy. And then the next day we woke up and went to brunch.
Party is here! Yeah. He know the man in the house. Oh no. What you mean?
You don't play domino?
This is what it's gonna be, man.
A little bit, yeah.
Trying to get me. Why you keep doing it? I'm watching you, why you keep doing this? You sure?
Goodness.
Spade, what's going on, Spade? You know what I'm saying? Like work, ain't nothing to a boss, you heard? Trauma. You say ain't like the water. What you mean, mommy? I love the water.
Tay has a really cool penthouse, so we got to go up and hang out and talk. We always talk business when we're together, and it's like, what do you know? What did you learn that's new? What can help me in this? What can help you? Oh, I got this thing.
Children, my name so that for my social.
Just get it open. Because after that, then Corey can go in and help you get everything for your businesses, but at least you'll have one.
I was tripping. Or rent the shit out and go get the HELOC on it and go get the home equity line of credit, get a lower interest rate than 6%, dump it in this account, and then you get the arbitrage and you still get the trade on the money that you got.
Masterminding is next level, and the way that our network tends to do it. You're sitting around with a bunch of people you may know, may not know, and you're talking through life events or personal things or business, and it's very open to literally open up your Rolodex of contacts and say, hey, call this person, or have you looked into that, or here's something that I use. And I think part of that is because we know that we're all trying to push and change the narrative individually, and that collectively we can actually accomplish that. And so we're really big on being open, and you just sit, from 8 in the morning to 4 a.m. and just pull all the gems and give as much as you can, because if one of us win or two of us win, we all do. Like today.
Woke up the next day and it was Monday. Can you believe we didn't remember what the days were? So it was like a work day. Not for me though, I'm on vacation. Have you seen my house?
Everything that we have here is on a time schedule. So we have to make sure that within the time that we have, we are maximizing it. And the only way to maximize it and live it in the most fulfilling way is to have the option to do so. Like, I would have no way of being here if Teri didn't have the option to allow this environment to happen, right? And so I want to be able to do the same thing for other people.
Oh yeah, that's right. I also got a chance to actually teach Spec how to trade. So we sat down and I showed him, he actually just looked over my shoulder while I was trading. So this would be the first buyer's level you'd be looking for. Okay, apples at 130. Oh, that's a buyer's level, let me get some. And then you would assume that, and we would do odd enhancer to see how strong this level was.
Okay, so buyer's level here because they did the zigzag. So you know that they can jump in and start buying here, they can jump in and start buying here.
And that's actually pretty cool too, that it's like still this feeling of trade and travel, still like working with friends and having fun, but like this view is just awesome. So that's been really cool too. Get into the golf carts, pile in, and we have everybody in these golf carts. So it's like every generation, like we got grandparents, we got kids, 2 kids on the cart, and their parents. So it's not, they were safe. Don't think they weren't safe. 7 miles an hour is like the max you can go. But they're like, you know what? We're gonna get there first. So now, and it's like this little narrow road. There's only one road to get to my house. So there's like this little narrow road and we come out and they're like racing. But it's so fun because all of us are there and we're laughing and we're giggling. And then we're like, oh no, we're gonna die. Like we're holding on to the golf cart. And it was so much fun. But then we see behind us is the security guard driving while black, even on golf carts. Because we were told, someone did call in on us.
There's 14 black people on 2 carts, and there's no way they're supposed to be over here. They even stole 2 carts.
To tell you the truth, it was the most fun that I have had in weeks, probably even in months. And got back to the house, and we just chilled out. Marisa made a really great lasagna. The kids were in the movie room. We sat on the couches and just talked and laughed. And that was so fun. We talked about everything.
We can put a thing together real quickly. By hard rock. Okay.
Fun destination.
The same one, it could be the...
They don't say anything. It's not the future.
Equities, yeah. Let me show you this first. There's a movie room as well, the kitchen.
Look.
That's what I'm saying.
You have, even though, you know, we are all successful, but this has definitely helped me.
It's
you know, levels to it. Levels to it.
Inspiration, right?
You know, I have to be here and touch you. I can touch you and see you, and I know that I can do it too.
Yeah.
I don't have to be fearful. I don't have to be, you know, stopping myself at any level. I can just keep
It's
going.
no stoppages. Just next.
Great.
Yes.
Next thing. Yes.
Yes. So thank you so much for doing that.
No
for making that
problem.
decision. You're gonna help so many people.
Amen to that.
Yeah, you are. You already helped me. For
But
sure.
I didn't grow up with a lot of money. I just grew up working hard, and I had always had a side hustle. So I was in education for about 10 years. My last job was assistant principal of elementary school before I quit to trade full time. But I would trade on the side, or I would do real estate on the side, and then I decided, you know what, I'm gonna make this my full-time thing, because I wasn't enjoying myself. Like I was crying in the bathroom, I didn't want to go to work, like I just felt like I was losing myself. So quit my job as assistant principal, started traveling all over the world, South Korea, Thailand, Vietnam, and trading full-time.
But how'd you even get into trading?
I went to MIT for undergrad, and I interned on Wall Street. So I knew of trading because I had, you know, been around it in college, but I just didn't do it full time. It was like a hobby I started in 2010.
Okay. And so your style is it the options trading? Is it
I do stocks and options, and I'm a day and swing trader because I'm trading for income. To replace my assistant principal salary, I needed like $300 a day. So I'm a trader that I just need to make enough to replace that income. And I'm a technical analysis trader. I look at charts. And I'm huge on risk management. That's really important for how do you protect yourself from losing. So that's kind of my style.
Boom, and everybody come, and then I can get real-time calls, and then the calls are right the next day. But you do what I just said, test it out. I'm hitting every personality. I'm hitting the action taker personalities from the beginning. Like, hey, just tell me the price, let me buy this shit. Like, I don't need all this sales pitch.
Things that remind you live in a rainforest. He's just chilling too, it's big. He's chilling, I'm chilling. I never thought I'd have a house that had water as I entered the home. That's the coolest thing ever. It's so refreshing as you come inside. I am my ancestors' wildest dreams. I know that my grandmother could never have imagined her granddaughter living in this huge mansion on the water, millions of dollars in value. This literally is her wildest dream. She would have been proud of me if I had a job at the state or worked at the post office. That's what she had told her kids to do, get something steady and secure that pays you a pension. I am living my ancestors' wildest dreams.
My accounts are still making money while I sit here by the beach. It makes me smile, not only for me, but for all the people who came before me to allow me to have this opportunity. Can't believe I live here. This is my house. Like, I don't have to leave. I get to be in paradise all the time. All of the rush, and now peace.
Chaturanga, and then inhale up dog, exhale down dog. We ground our right foot this time, step forward with our left. Rise up into warrior one.
When we were in Dallas, like I had so much anxiety and fear, and I was sad about having to leave and the idea of change. I've moved my life so many times that I thought this time I was stable, but now I'm like, oh man, I gotta move and pick up everything one more time. But what I would do is at night when I went to bed, I would visualize myself. So I visualized myself in the master bedroom, getting up out of the bed and looking over the TV and looking over the couch into the blue water. And I visualized like the palm trees in the back of the vanity and how I thought I would be like in a jungle. And I visualized like seeing the pool and being able to swim in the morning. And then I get here and there's nowhere else that I'd really want to be in the world. I visualized a house like this. Again, that decision to just step out on faith. I hope that this just encourages somebody else out there to know that what God has for you next is better than where you are right now. And take it from me, like I was afraid to leave. I was afraid of what there was to come, and this has been absolutely amazing.
Her bank account is fierce. Don't be fooled by her sweet voice now. Her bank account is fierce, and in my brain, it makes it, it's like the 4-minute mile. You know, the Roger Bannister experience where it took so many people, you know, so many chances to try to break the 4-minute mile, but they weren't able to do it. Then Roger Bannister did it, and then after that, so many people were running less than 4 minutes, you know, for a mile. And that's how I feel with experiencing Teri and being introduced to her, just knowing that, okay, 10 million is cool, but you could do 10 million a month. Even though we're in different industries, right? So I mainly make my millions from direct-to-consumer, consumer goods, you know, physical products in the health and wellness industry. Teri makes her money from the stock market. but it's the fact that we're both of the same racial background, we're both of the same gender. So just seeing her execute and being able to achieve a certain level of finances lets me know that it's past possible, right? There are really no barriers.
I think the biggest thing now for me, where I am in my career, is just figuring out what's next. I don't know what's next. I just recently hit these big milestones of revenue for the course and revenue in profits from trading. And now I'm in this beautiful luxury place, and a part of me feels like I made it. This is it. I finally made it here. But then a part of me knows that there's more, that this is a time to rest, recollect myself, reconnect, ground, take care of my body, really focus on me. But then I'm also super excited about the experiences of all the creators that are gonna come down, and my family and friends. They've never experienced something like this. I haven't either. This is my first time.
Perfect.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Juan's the best. I have a butler. I think that's a wrap. I'm gonna just chill out here, look at the beach, ooh, and go to the pool.